decorating our tree today, and I wanted to share with you guys decorating it. We're also going to make dinner. I keep dropping my phone, so I cracked my screen. That's not fun. So I picked up 4 new ribbons for this tree. This is like striped. This one I think I had in the tree last year, but I really liked it. It's kind of like bark looking, black and cream. This one is just solid cream, and then this one is kind of like speckled. I thought this would be really pretty to wrap gifts with too, so.
Giving you a smile, I can seem to look away. I might be crazy, but I think you feel it too. Like a vibration right between us with a beautiful two. Could we fall in love in this winter wonderland? Cold night, but I'm warm inside. Already said a little prayer that you will stick around. Is this year I'm really hoping for a kiss under the mistletoe? As hours pass by, all the stars shine much brighter. Or is it just your eyes that have lit something in me? I see you coming closer from across the room. My heart is pounding really fast, I don't know what to do. Could we fall in love in this winter wonderland? Yes, it's a time of happiness, a time of joy. But now this year is twice as special, 'cause I'm hoping for that we'll fall in love in this winter.
Okay, I got my helper with me.
Hello everybody. I know I haven't been in YouTube videos for a long because I think kids cannot be in YouTube videos anymore. Oh yeah, kids can still be in YouTube videos. Because I watch the kids show, right? And it's called FG2Z. The reason why I'm not at school today is because I'm sick. And it's okay. Guys, what should we name our elf? Put it in the comments.
Yes.
There's one right here.
I'm not sure what these were, but it says Big Lots underneath the Dollar Tree. Okay, that's enough. No more for you now. It's too many.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
I didn't even put any barely on the bottom. We need some on the bottom. I forgot the bottom.
Nice, thank you.
Bye, everybody. There might be another video on post, right? Because that ice cream one was fun, and it made my stomach full.
So here is an overview of our Christmas tree for 2021. I absolutely love the way that it turned out. If you guys want to walk through on how I do the tree, I will link a video in the description box below. I have followed the same method for years. I literally do ribbon and I mix and match ornaments. Every ornament that you see here is either from Dollar Tree, Walmart, or Michael's. The ribbon is from Michael's. The star that I went for this year is really different. Typically, I go for just the regular old star. This year, I decided to use the Dollar Tree snowflakes that I just painted white with white chalk paint, and I love it. I asked over on Instagram and TikTok, should I do 1, 2, or 3 of the snowflakes? Some of you guys said 1, some of you guys said 3, so I asked on TikTok, and you guys said 3, so I went with it, and I think it's really elegant and a little extra and really, really cool. Now, I love the traditional colors of Christmas. I think the reds and the greens and the golds are absolutely beautiful, and I've done that in the past, especially with the buffalo check. So if you guys want to see those videos, I will put those in the description box below too. That's another way that you can decorate. I have fully Dollar Tree trees, which turned out nice. I like mixing and matching. I think it's a really fun way to like bring in that luxe look, but on a budget, because you guys know I am on a super tight budget. So the tree here is really one of my favorites. Now I wanted to talk to you guys about the houses that you see underneath the TV. Those were my mom. You guys know she passed away. She collected those houses for years. She probably has hundreds of them. These are just a few, and I'm really grateful that I was able to take them and add them into our Christmas decor, and I think that they fit in really, really well. So let's get started making dinner. Tonight we're making gumbo in the Instant Pot. This recipe is amazing, but I always have to make my dinner drink. It helps the time to go by a little bit faster. Tonight we're drinking Jack and Coke. I don't know why I'm drinking this. I never really drink dark liquor, but my husband had it, so I'm going to help him drink it. This was my first time ever making gumbo, especially in the Instant Pot, so if this recipe isn't authentic, I am sorry. You can always correct me in the comment section down below. I did find this recipe online. I'm going to put it up on the screen. I'm going to start by making the roux. Now this roux takes about 30 to 40 minutes to make. I know you can already buy a pre-made roux at the grocery store. Maybe do that if you're pinched for time, but I'm going to make the roux myself. I'm just starting with 2/3 cup oil. I'm doing a mixture of oil and butter, so I did 1/3 cup oil, 1/3 cup butter, and then I'm doing 2/3 cup of flour. Now if you've ever made a roux before, it's something that you have to really watch and stir and kind of baby. So you don't want to go and wash dishes while this is cooking, because you can burn it and it will taste disgusting. So I added in my flour, and now I'm just literally going to stir and stir and stir and stir. I did cut some of my vegetables while I was doing it, but I was literally right here cutting and stirring, cutting and stirring. So this is the color that it's going to look like when you first start out. If you've ever made baked macaroni and cheese, I always make the roux and it's this color, and after about 40 minutes of cooking this roux, it's going to get nice and dark, and that's where all the flavor is going to come from. If the roux is not like a caramel consistency, it should be like cookie dough, it said online. Mine wasn't like that cookie dough consistency. After a while, you can add in more flour if you need it to be thicker, or you can add in more oil if it's too thick. So definitely make sure you're watching them. We're going to start by chopping up all of our vegetables. I'm doing green pepper, red pepper, parsley. The whole recipe will be on the screen so you guys can take it down for yourself. I'm just chopping them into little bite-sized pieces so that they can go into the base of our gumbo. So after about 30 to 45 minutes, this was the consistency of my roux. I do wish it was a little bit darker, but my kids were screaming for dinner. I had to get to the actual cooking part. So this is what I'm working with. Next time I make it, I'm going to let it get even darker. So now you want to move on to grabbing your Instant Pot. I'm going to put my Instant Pot on the saute setting. I'm adding in just a little bit of butter. I'm also going to add in some spray oil just so that my butter doesn't burn when we're sauteing all of our vegetables. Now in the recipe that I have on the screen, she recommends adding it into the chicken broth, I guess to like boil your vegetables. I'm not a fan of that. I really think the base of any soup or stew or gumbo is really about the beginning stages. So sauteing all your vegetables with good butter, having a lot of good vegetables, and all of like that burntness on the bottom helps to add the flavor. So I'm doing it this way. If you want to follow the recipe on the screen, do it that way. We're adding in our bell pepper, we're going to add in our celery, our onion. Towards the end, that's when we're going to add in our garlic because we don't want it to burn, but we're just going to saute down all of our vegetables. Now, once your vegetables are sauteed down to how you like them, you're going to go ahead and scrape the bottom of the pan, and then we're going to add in our roux. I added in the entire roux that we made. It was so thick and sticky. I've never seen it this dark before. I thought it looked super duper cool. So we're going to add that in, make sure to get it all out. Once you have all of your roux in there, I gave it a nice stir, and now I'm going to slowly add in my liquid. You're going to do anywhere from 4 to 6 cups of liquid. I did 2 cups of chicken stock. Why do I keep saying vegetable stock? But you want to make sure that you're pouring it in slowly, and you're making sure to stir it just so that you don't break the roux and it still has like that thick consistency. I also did 2 cups of water just because I didn't have chicken stock. I did water, and then I added in a heaping tablespoon of the chicken better than bouillon. Better than bouillon is literally amazing. The flavor is fantastic, and it brings like any soup, mashed potatoes, all of that kind of stuff to life. It's literally delicious. I went ahead and added in my green onion, and then now it's time to season. Now you can season it how you want. You want to make sure that you're using some type of Creole seasoning, salt, pepper. I did white pepper so that my kids will eat it. If they see regular pepper, they think that it's spicy. I did kosher salt. You want to play around with your own seasonings, but the secret ingredient to this one was brown sugar. I just did maybe like a tablespoon of brown sugar, and boy, it was delicious. Some people add in like Worcestershire, I don't know how to say that sauce, they add that in there, but play around with it, what your family likes. This is just what I added in there. Make sure to add in that bay leaf, and I did 1 packet of Saison because I think this makes any soup taste amazing, and it adds like that dark color. Now we're going to add in our shredded rotisserie chicken. I should have done more chicken because it was literally so good. I would have done the whole chicken if I knew. Now we're going to put the top on our Instant Pot. We're going to make sure that it's all closed up. We're going to put it on for 5 minutes. Some people said 25 minutes. I think 5 minutes was perfect because we're going to let it manually release and like sit in that steam for at least 10 or 15 more minutes so that it all can soften up. So once it's all done, we're having the steam release. Now we're going to add in our shrimp that we previously seasoned. Put a little seasoning on them, let them sit. Once it's all done being pressurized, then you're going to add in the shrimp. And this is just so that it doesn't overcook. You put the lid on, let it steam, make your rice on the side. Bada bing, bada boom. You guys have one of the best dinners you will have in a long time. This stuff was so good. My husband sent me a text message the next day talking about how much he loved it and that I'm his forever. So sweet. The way to his heart is through soup, y'all. Literally, I could make this man soup every single day and he is going to love it. So that is the recipe. I absolutely love it. Would highly recommend it. I hope that you give it a try. It's not super inexpensive, but if you're looking for like a good meal to make for your family, this is the one, y'all. So I hope that you enjoyed seeing my Christmas tree. I hope that you enjoyed seeing our recipe, our dinner for that night. I love my tree. I love my gumbo. I'm as happy as can be. Make sure you follow along if you aren't already subscribed to the channel. We put out new videos hopefully every single week. I would love to have you. We're also over on Instagram and TikTok. We're just at Sensational Finds over there. Be sure to follow along. Give the video a thumbs up. It helps me out more than you'll ever know. And I think that's about it. All right. I love you guys. I hope you're all safe, happy, and healthy and doing amazing. And I will see you guys next time for another video. Bye, you guys.